2. Not episode 1, but episode 2. Yeah, okay, sorry. Enough goofing off. Okay, I need to save. Confirm. Yes. Put an hour on this already. Hour and a half, actually. Which is not a lot of time, considering that I hear that this game is quite long. But here we are. With my cool character.
How about a quick tour of the facilities to refresh your memory?
That would be great.
Let's start with your living quarters. Follow me.
I used to live here, you say. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Brave citizens of New Los Angeles, good day. This is your Director General, Maurice Chausson. Today, I once again come to you with news I am truly delighted to share. Yesterday, we repatriated 10 more White Whale crew members. These fellow pioneers will rejoin our ranks as citizens of NLA, bringing with them skills and know-how that will bolster our ability to survive and indeed flourish here in our new home. This, of course, is only the latest success in our continuing efforts.
Director General? Since when?
For the rescue and recovery
2 days ago, ma'am.
brothers and sisters. I stand here truly
From political aide to director general in just a few weeks. At this rate, he'll be emperor by next month.
for a better NLA and a better
Irina? Gwyn?
Nice work out there, ma'am.
Right. Introductions. Irina Akulov, Gwyn Evans.
This one of the survivors, Colonel?
The survivor. I only found a single pod intact at Starfall Basin.
Wait, what? What happened to 10 more crew members?
Come on, seriously? Chausson was never one to let the truth get in the way of a good speech. Still, every last survivor counts. You can call me Irina. I'm with the Interceptors.
Me too. Same division. You can call me Mr. Evans. Or just Gwyn.
The three of us were in the Coalition forces together. Specifically, the Special Operations Heavy Armor Training Unit, aka the Skeleton Crew. I was a colonel and Irina a lieutenant. Gwyn was a more recent recruit. Of course, I keep telling them we don't need those old ranks anymore now that we're here.
You're still Colonel to me, ma'am. No reorg will ever change that. And that's not about chain of command either. It's about respect. You've earned it.
And the award for best ass kiss goes to...
Well, I'd remind you both the ma'ams aren't necessary if I thought you'd listen.
All right, ma'am. We should be getting back to work. Until next time, Colonel.
Right. We should be going too. The administrative district isn't far. That's where you'll be calling home. For now, anyway.
Ma'am. Colonel. Colonel, ma'am. New Los Angeles. Los Angeles. Region discovered. Landmark discovered. Spaceship discovered. Women discovered. Oops. Is it a robot? Cool. They disappeared. What the shit? Colonel. What's a Russian gunship doing out here? The skill. Wait a second. He remembers her.
Damn it!
That's cool, Hummet. Your piloting skills are terrible. Is that not even funny?
Look, I know what exhaust smells like, and it was exhaust in the cockpit. Just check the ductwork, would ya?
Oh, I'm checking. I just seriously doubt... Hey, look at that! The intake exhaust bypass is reversed. Oh man, it's a good thing I caught that.
You caught that? You're the one who cleared me to fly.
Everything okay? It's not like you to flub a flight check, Lynn. Good thing you had a rugged pilot like Doug at the controls.
Oh, hey Elma. How'd it go out there? And would this be one of the you-know-who's? Cool. I'm Lynn Lee Koo, mechanic and top all-around fix-it gal for Blade. Yeah, well that, doesn't usually happen.
We know it doesn't, Lynn. Look, I know what you're thinking. But believe me, young as she may look, and yes, she is young, she's actually one of our top talents.
Most of the time, that is. Most of the time.
Anyway, you guys heading back to the barracks?
Yeah, why do you ask?
As long as you're here, why don't I take you on the transport? It's a great way to see the city. I'll give you the grand tour.
That sounds like a great idea.
All right, Doug, I think that'll be all for today. You can clean up here and dock the Skell.
What?
Don't mind the exhaust. I'll take care of it tomorrow.
Don't mind it? Wait, why am I cleaning up your mess in the first place? Lynn! Lynn!
Lynn. You dirty bitch. Wait a second. Loading. Loading. Wow.
You can see everything from up here.
It beats walking, that's for sure.
The best way to see NLA. I never get tired of this view. It's like a different city every time.
It's certainly come a long way in the last few weeks. There's still so much to be done.
One day at a time.
Speaking of which, we don't really have time for a full pleasure cruise here.
We don't. I want the pleasure cruise,
Just
though.
islands.
Okay, you got it. New LA is divided into 4 districts. We departed from the industrial district, where Doug and I were conducting the flight test. It has food production, skill development, you know, industries and stuff.
It's also where the West Gate is located, remember? Expect to pass through there fairly often. The only other gate out of the city is in the administrative district, but I'm skipping ahead.
Next is the commercial district. Restaurants, galleries, cafes, clothing, groceries, you
Clothing.
It's a veritable shopping paradise.
The CD is the closest thing to a downtown we've got. It can actually get pretty crowded sometimes.
Well, by NLA standards anyway. Day or night, the best and only bargains on the planet. To your right, the residential district. Housing, housing, and more housing. Well, plus a nice park and the cathedral.
If you're ever looking for quiet time alone, want to relax and unwind with a good book, that's the spot.
Right? The park is my favorite place to just zone out and chill. And last but not least, our destination, the administrative district, the nerve center at the heart of NLA. Note the distinct dual-level structure here. The upper level holds our administrative tower, home to Blade HQ and the government. Not to mention Armory Alley as well as the barracks where we live. The lower level there is a hangar complex for Skell maintenance and repairs. And this concludes our tour. We will be landing shortly.
Thanks, Lynn. We'll save the rest of orientation for once we're back at the barracks.
The barracks.
Enjoy your stay in the administrative district, and thank you for flying Lindley Airlines.
Right. Let's get you over to the barracks. Then I should file my report. They'll be eager to hear the details on how I found you, I'm sure.
Well then, we better not keep them waiting. The barracks are pretty close, actually. They're set up just behind the giant blade tower here. That road there wraps around the left side and leads right to it.
We'll pass through Armory Alley, but let's not get sidetracked, okay? We can check it out later.
Region District. As a Skell. I want to drive that, but I guess I cannot. Cool armor. Ask Stella about Chason.
Here's what I know.
We officers are aware that not all of New LA citizens are on board with Director General Chason's policies. But the more we allow our ideals to enslave us, the grimmer our situation will become. Hopefully, Some breakthrough opportunity will present itself eventually. And if you got to look at someone who just might be able to accomplish it. Oh, you got to be the person. If you are ever ready to be that opportunity, let me know. I'll assign you something important. Thank you, Stella. You are so kind. Blades. How the hell do I get in here? Julius.
Working hard?
Ask Julius about the Earth-Life Colonization Program. As part of the Earth-Life Colonization Program, interstellar ships took off from a number of cities. However, we don't have any idea what happened to the others. We've been transmitting a signal from Mira in an attempt to establish contact, but we haven't had any replies yet. It's possible that we're all that's left of humanity. No, ignore that. We mustn't lose hope. True enough. Let's set a course for the barracks. You can sightsee later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where do I got to go? It's like my settings never saved. It just looked weird. It must have glitched out there. Trevor, is that you?
What's wrong?
Ask Trevor about the purpose of the blades. The members of each division have their own responsibilities, but mine is primarily guard duty. Lately, there have been reports of dangerous indigenous appearing near the entrances of the city. That's why we've sealed off the gates and taken a defensive posture. We've tightened our guard to the extent that there's absolutely no chance that indigene infiltrating the city. But now I hear that Elma and some new guy already slaughtered the Grex pack that prowled outside the gates. So I guess we've all ought to thank the team of Elma for their successful counter-offensive. Beautiful. Landmark discovered. Guess I'm here.
And here we are, the Blade Barracks. Consider yourself our guest until we finish getting you registered. Feel free to come and go as you please.
So why would I have to register if I'm actually part of this thing?
I think I can answer that one.
Colonel. Oh.
So, you must be the latest rescue.
Secretary Nagi.
Miss Cool. Chipper as always, I see.
What can I say? Pep is my middle name.
I ran into Doug Barrett on the way here, and he didn't seem quite so upbeat. Anything about today's flight I should know?
No. Nothing to worry about.
Good. Be sure it stays that way. More importantly, Elmer, you found another one. Excellent work out there.
Just doing my job, Mr. Secretary.
Now, as for officially registering our new citizen here,
Why don't we talk inside? There's a lot of ground to cover. It could take some time.
ah yes, of course. Forgive me. You must be weary from the stasis and your journey back to us. Please, after you.
I'll put on some tea.
That's totally Japanese. I will put on some tea. Yes, tea. Wonderful.
Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Kentaro Nagi. You may remember me as Captain of the White Whale, but now I serve as Secretary of Defense here for New LA. The provisional government has charged me with keeping the peace, so all military and police matters fall under my jurisdiction.
He's also my superior officer. And he'd be an excellent person to talk to when you're ready to start looking for work.
What about a job right here with Blade? He seems capable.
Let's give it a little more time. At least until he knows enough to be able to make an informed decision. He seems to be suffering from some form of memory loss.
Memory loss? From the stasis?
He could barely remember his name, and nothing at all about what happened to Earth or the White Whale.
I see. Though, come to think of it, the entire lot of us have only been on this planet for what, 2 months? It shouldn't take very long to get caught up.
My thoughts exactly.
Well then, where should we begin?
Inquire about Mara. Mara. Clarify or question. Ask how we ended up in Mara.
Ah, yes. All citizens of NLA are required to register their name, age, and occupation. We also ask you report any personal assets and take a short survey regarding your current state of health. All purely as a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah, I do.
As the caretakers of humanity's survival, we all have certain responsibilities.
And hey, it's not all bad. Registering gets you access to all kinds of public services.
It started at the end, 2 years ago. The end of Earth. The casualty of a battle between two hyper-advanced alien civilizations.
Hyper-advanced.
Their technology and weapons were beyond our comprehension. We were like infants, naked, powerless. The Earth was reduced to ash and blown away.
I still wonder if I hadn't been there. If maybe all of this could have somehow been avoided.
Huh?
No one can know that, Elma. What we do know is without you, there'd have been no Project Exodus, and no escape for any of us. Did it go perfectly? No. But we are here, and we are alive. We survived. So yes, Project Exodus. Once we learned the Earth might be threatened, We needed a plan to preserve all her various life forms. That
The
plan
Ark.
was the Earth Life Colonization Project, otherwise known as Project Exodus.
Weird.
Those of us who escaped on the White Whale spent over 2 years wandering in space. 2 hard years. But we clung to our mission, find a habitable planet, and settle there. We had no idea how long it would take. Or that the decision would eventually be made for us.
The Xenoforms found us again, and, well, it wasn't a happy reunion. Earth wasn't enough. They wanted humanity destroyed. For better and for worse, we were close to planet Mira when we lost control of the White Whale. Inertia and gravity took it from there.
The ship had taken way too much damage to survive entering the atmosphere intact. We had no choice. We channeled all the power we had left to soft land the habitat. Once the dust cleared, we set to work transforming it into its current state. Searching for survivors, establishing Blade, installing the provisional government. Basically, making it a sustainable city.
Clarify.
Blade is an acronym. Builders of a legacy after the destruction of Earth. Quite fitting, I think. It's a relatively new organization. Up there in space, we had plenty of provisions, and a crew trained to handle the limited amount of situations we might encounter in our travels. But of course, all that changed after we lost most of our ship and came crashing down here on Mira. We needed food, water, search and rescue teams, surveyors, police. The list goes on and on. It was too much for the provisional government to manage on its own, so Blade was born. The idea was to have one central organization with different disciplines to fill these various roles. Its core was pulled from the Coalition military, so it's mostly former soldiers. But fighting isn't our most important duty. Right now, we have a single top priority that supersedes all others. The search for and recovery of the Lifehold.
Lifehold.
Take a look at this.
Wow, looks like a thing from Mass Effect. Mass Effect 2.
The White Whale was designed to carry an exceedingly large number of passengers, all of them held in stasis. All housed in a structure called the Lifehold. This is a complete schematic of that facility. Only essential personnel were conscious and active for the journey from Earth. The flight crew, maintenance engineers. And of course, some military so we could defend ourselves if necessary. But the vast majority were in the Lifehold. Are in the Lifehold. With any luck, they're all still there, in stasis, waiting to be rescued. But there's a problem. We now know the Lifehold broke apart along with the rest of the ship when we came down on Mira. What we don't know is exactly where all the pieces landed. Not
Well.
very comforting, I know. Blade's top priority now is locating the missing units.
They're all
In
dead,
any
other
case,
than a
I'm
few.
sure this is all a lot to digest. You'll be wanting some time. Ms. Koo, even I'm tired of hearing myself speak. Why don't you take our guest out for some air? Perhaps a tour of the administrative district.
Yes, sir. Come on, we'll keep this briefing brief.
Chapter 1 Story Mission. Take a guided tour of the Blades Administration District with Lynn and Alma and learn more about the life as a member of the Blade. Reward 25,000. Leave the Blade Barracks. Beauty. Okay, here we go. Wait a second. Am I talking? Oh god, this camera's brutal. It's like so freaking bad to turn it. As you explore the administration district, think about what sort of life you would like to lead in New LA. Take all the time you need. I'll be right here whenever you are ready. Is that save? Kinda does look like a Xeno Saga. Part of this map is freaking brutal. Guess here I am to the administrative district. Beautiful. Beautiful.
You know, it's not every day we're authorized to let a civilian tour the administrative district.
And a civilian.
Yeah. Nagi must really, really want him to join Blade.
The AD is a bit different from the other districts. It's got everything a Blade would need, all in one place, without any extra fluff.
Get a load of that scale. Even the way that they walk is so cool. Oh yeah, work it, baby. Now this guy gets it. Aren't they just the coolest? Just everything about them. The lasers, the force fields, the bipedal and vehicular transformations. You ever have that dream where you're inside one and it's just transforming over and over and over?
A bipedal tank.
You know what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't normally show this to people, but I've been working on some Skell fanfiction. Hold on, I'll just pull it up here. 1 sec.
Lynn?
Oh, right. Sorry.
Originally, scales were developed as a defensive measure to counter potential alien threats. It wasn't enough to save Earth, though. We were outnumbered and outgunned. Still, just look around you. New LA has gone from basically nothing to this in just 2 short months. We could never have come so far, so fast, without Skell technology. I'd love to get you into one to see for yourself, but it's not that simple.
Well, yeah, duh. For one thing, only Blades are allowed to pilot Skells. And
I am
even
a
then,
Blade.
you need a license.
These aren't toys we're talking about. They're complex machines with powerful weapons. And they're a precious resource. We only have so many of them to go around. So yes, as you might imagine, the certification process is a fairly rigorous one.
I'm sure you're thinking, where do I sign up for the test? But it's not that simple. They choose you, not the other way around. You can't just walk in the front door and volunteer.
There is some criteria. The details are largely hidden, but basically, HQ only allows the cream of the crop to take the test. Blades who go above and beyond in their duties, and for the people of New LA in general.
So what do you say? If you become a Blade and work hard, I'm sure it'll only be a matter of time before they tap you on the shoulder.
Speaking of work, that reminds me. Why don't we check out the Mission Control Board first? That's where we take on our assignments.
Good call. Let's head on over.
Mission Control. We're firing rockets from Capcom to the moon? That's crazy. Oh, that thing is when people are talking to me, I imagine. So here's a message board. Kind of like The
So
Witcher.
this is mission control.
Mission Control.
We don't have a
Houston.
dispatch system yet, so blades usually choose their own assignments.
Ah, do we?
Everyone comes here and selects from the missions available on the board.
And it's not just official blade tasks. Anyone with a request is free to post here. Businesses, citizens, whoever.
Yeah, it's basically how anything gets done in New LA, so the board is constantly updating. Just about every blade will stop by here at some point in their shift.
It's like our second home. You'll always find a number of blades around here, blowing off steam or browsing mission control for their next assignment.
Whenever I get freed up, I'll stop here first thing to check for any missions I might be suited for.
Likewise. And if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo,
Bring team.
that's what the scout console is for. We should show you that next.
Hey, who's giving this tour anyway? We also have the scout console, if the assignment seems too tough to handle solo. And Elma just said that, didn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, she did, Alma. How the heck am I supposed to pull off this job by myself? A madness. Hey, you want to come along and help? Male blade. Yeah, I got to go do a little pee-pee. Be right back. Alrighty. I'm back. Some crappy music.
Yes?
Ask Eleonora. Shows this place. This is Mr. Control. As a blade, you can. Oh, I see that you haven't yet registered as a blade, Excitos. Well, if you do register and join a division, you'll be able to accept missions right here. I understand that you haven't yet decided what role you wish to play in the new LA, and that's fine. But I believe you would be a splendid blade. Trust me, I've seen off countless blades standing right here. I know the talent when I see it. Beautiful. Ask Wolf about positioning during combat. Any fool who's dumb enough to face his foe head-on won't live to make a mistake twice. You must constantly move or stay in your opponent's blind spot. Attack your foe from the back. Attack it from on high or below, anywhere but head on. Attacking from any of those positions will improve your accuracy and your odds of landing a critical hit. Do you understand? Do you understand? Either way, repeat what I just said 1,000 times until it finally penetrates the thick skull. Oh wow, okay, you don't even fucking know me. Fuck off, Wolf, you piece of shit. I lovingly instruct Blade rookies that don't even know the basics of combat until they grow into respectable Blade operatives. But recently, a number of cowards have failed to withstand my love and fled my training session. But you look like the type that can take it. If you decide to join the Blades, you can come and ask me anything. I'll take the fundamentals of combat and beat them right into you. Wonderful. Alrighty. Head to the Blade Scout Console in New LA's administrative district. So why are we bringing her?
The Blade Scout Console. When the going gets tough, the tough go to the Scout Console. You know, to get tougher.
Thank you.
If you do end up joining us, you'll quickly realize just how important this little kiosk is. A lot of the mission control assignments are too much for any one Blade to handle. They tend to call for multiple members with specialized knowledge or unique skills. This console lets you search for and recruit other Blades to fill those roles for just such an occasion.
You can't spell Blade without team. Sorta. Anyway, awesome, right? So, you ready to join up?
Hang on, Lynn. Take it easy, would you?
What? I'm just saying you'd have to be some kind of an idiot not to want to join Blade. Or maybe a crazy person.
Oh, and here I thought you might be pressuring our guest.
Apology accepted. Now, how about a little shopping? And I'm not talking about the stuff over in the commercial district. I'm talking about Armory Alley.
Armory Alley. Head to Armory Alley.
Hey. So
Bell.
this street's what we call Armory Alley.
Blades can requisition equipment from any of the vendors here.
I won't lie, most Blade members face danger on a daily basis. Having the latest gear isn't about impressing your friends. It's a matter of survival.
True enough. And that goes not only for your personal armor and weapons, what we call ground gear, but for skell equipment as well.
You can even buy whole skells. Can you imagine owning your own skell? Huh? Oh, right, the door. I think all that's left is the heart of Blade itself. Blade Tower.
Blade Tower. Alrighty, here we go.
Hey.
I don't think there's a way to do a bigger map.
Hey!
Yeah?
The Wii is loading quite a bit, so I must stream off the Wii. Or the disc, like the old SOCOM games used to on PlayStation.
So yeah, Blade Tower. When we come here, it's usually to stop by Blade HQ. The higher-ups, like Secretary Nagi and Commander Vandam, will spend most of their day here. The government leaders, too. They're based in the tower. Guys like our new Director General Maurice Chussan, for example.
Chussan!
Blades sometimes report to the leadership here after we finish key assignments. You'll want to remember this place.
And that about does it for our tour. So, what do you think? Pretty amazing setup, right? You can't wait to join Blade, right?
Okay, Lynn, seriously, that's enough. We're not here to make a sales pitch. We just want you to have all the facts so you can make an informed decision to join us, or not. Now that you've seen where and how we work, hopefully it made a good impression, but your decision will be just that, your decision. In any case, let's head back to the barracks. Secretary Nagi will be waiting.
Nagi. Story mission complete. Take the guided tour of the Blades Administrative District with Lynn and Elma and learn more about the life as a member of the Blades. You've received the guide tour. Blah, blah, blah. Wonderful. Overwrite the previous save data? Yeah, I would love to. Save complete. Do I jump in here? Yeah. They must really want me to join the Blades.
Honey, we're home.
Yes, very amusing.
Who wants a fresh cup of tea?
Thank you, Ms. Gould, but I can't stay long. I just wanted to pass along a request from your commanding officer.
Commander Vandam? Does it have anything to do with our new arrival?
Correct. He stopped by while you were out on your tour. He said he'll come back, but that I shouldn't wait to ask you.
Here we go. I bet I can guess.
You probably can. He wants to fast-track our new friend here for blade duty with a training assignment.
What in the hell are we waiting for?
As he put it.
The commander does have a way with words.
Makes even my pitch sound smooth.
I explained about the memory issues, but he didn't see it as a problem. And to be honest, given our current need for blade recruits, I can't say I entirely disagree.
Hey, it's not me you need to convince. Blade service is voluntary, remember?
Of course, and I would never force or coerce anyone.
Well, friend, what do you say? Can we count on you to do your part?
I knew you'd make the right choice. Welcome to the organization. Elma, he can start on your team. You'll begin training immediately.
Yes, Mr. Secretary. With pleasure.
All right. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club.
Cool kids. Really? You're making me this killing machine?
Let's discuss that training assignment. We've decided to start you out on a probe installation, just to get your feet wet.
I guess we should back up a bit. Here in New LA, we're using a specialized computer system called Frontier Nav to help us deploy a sensor grid across Mira. A network of data probes that allows us to monitor conditions and collect all kinds of information about the planet.
Expanding that grid and filling in the blind spots is one of Blade's highest priorities. Here, take a look at this. What you're seeing on screen is a terrain map that includes New LA and the surrounding landmass. As you can see, we've divided the area into a series of hexagonal blocks. We call these blocks segments. Together, they form our grid. We determined this was the most efficient pattern given the limited range of our probes. Based on it, we know exactly where we need the probes to go. Now we just have to install them.
The sooner the better, as far as I'm concerned. The Frontier Nav probes can also detect the general locations of living things in the vicinity, which comes in handy if we need to track down a blade or another citizen.
Yes, quite handy indeed. So for this first exercise, you'll be heading here, to that white sector. Go there, install the data probe, and then come back home.
Got it. East of the city.
In that case, we can take the east gate out of the administrative district, right? We should be there in no time.
I'll leave the details on the data probe installation procedure to you.
Of course, Mr. Secretary. All right, you two, shall we?
Yeah! Training or not, let's go install the hell out of that probe!
Mining probe G1. Mining probe G1. Research probe G1. Install the data probe at the Frontier Navigational Site and complete your training. Head to the designated site on the East Great Plain. Gate Plain. Chapter 2. The New Frontier. Well. Ah, camera, you're so slow. It should be a freaking blade. Did I not just sign up? Or am I just losing it? Wait a second. Wait a second. There must be an easier way out of this place.
Man, am I glad we pulled an assignment to the east of the city this time. It'd be a long walk all the way back over to the west gate.
Hold on. Are we even sure the East Gate will be open? Last I heard, it was still on lockdown from all the high-level indigent activity.
Indigent.
It was, but they just lowered the threat level earlier today. The gates are officially open for business. One of our teams must have gone out there and kicked some furry indigent butt, huh?
Furry butt.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Irina's team is one of our best.
How does he know Irina and Gwyn?
We ran into them just before we met up with you. They were on their way out to an assignment.
Well, then that settles it. It must have been them, right? Man,
Must have been.
forget this amateur hour probe baloney. Those guys are where the action's at.
I'll try not to take that personally. But enough
Yeah.
talk. We've got our mission to deal with. Let's head out.
Roger. That probe isn't gonna install itself. Let's get to the east gate, shall we?
To the East Gate. This is Eleonora. This is Eleonora, Blade Support Lead, here to tell you that the segment map is now available for use. The map displayed on your handheld comm device is a useful tool with lots of info about Mira. Give it a look if you're unsure where you need to go, what you are to do next. How do I do that though? Oh wow, fucking shows it. Wow. So cool to do. What a huge remote. Guess I should save. The East Gate. Heaven's Gate, they call it. Yeah, gotta run back. There's that. You can see, it's empty. Wow. You wouldn't think they would make that noticeable. But it's funny how it loads. That sounds about the indigents in Promedia. Why not get used to the battling indigents by fighting some Ovis? This place is lousy with them after all. Unlike Grex's and others, more ferocious indigents, Ovis won't even attack unless you hit them first. That makes them useful for training dummies. Another piece of advice, don't mistakenly pick a fight with any of the dangerous creatures near Serum Lake to the north. Numerous skilled interceptors have fallen to the indigents in that area. As a noble a goal as protecting the city is, it's not worth risking your life like that. If you are ever to catch the eye of one of those indigents, you just turn away and run. Moving on. I gotta say, like, Nintendo knew what they were doing when all of a sudden you're watching this on a map on your controller and you're running into an area. Like, really? God, like, this game's beautiful. For a system that is supposedly inferior? Really? Not killing that thing. Oh my god, it's all this shit's level 7. Wait a second. Should we? No,
we can do this!
Let's see what you've got. Just to be safe.
Flame grenade!
Fire carnival!
Now, melee attacks! Sliding slinger!
Assault hammer! Blast them before they get up!
Off balance.
Alright, you're in for it. Don't let up! He's firing!
Yeah, you're on top of this now.
Flame grenade!
Sky Ice, move in and do some damage.
What? Now we're stuck on a whole different plan. Always all around the same.
We can lay
I have to stay in this. Help me!
we got it. Wow. Guess that's where I need to go.
Alright, it's on.
Let's see what you've got.
Flame grenade!
We should weaken them just to be safe.
Good idea. Assault hammer! Now, potion and clean up.
Lay into it. And it's dead. Weaken them and lay in.
Early bird. Sliding ice.
Flame
Move in and do
grenade!
some damage.
Armadillo down. Fleecy fur.
Open fire! Follow me!
Target in sight.
Blast them before they get up! Flame grenade!
Shadow Slinger.
You didn't see that coming. Gun him down!
Sounds like a goat.
Attendants destroyed. Move in and strike.
Victory is ours!
Hope I didn't get in the way.
Might have a little bit gotten away.
Give me strength.
It's all dead animals. I didn't kill these. What is going on?
What the hell happened here?
Skill? No, some monster.
You don't think that one Sinicula could have killed all these simius? Unless... what?
This is bad.
What?
What's bad? I don't follow you.
That Sinicula. It's a tyrant.
Huh? But it looks just like any other Sinicula.
Think about it. Your typical simius is way higher up on the food chain than your typical Sinicula, right? Usually we'd find one simius standing over 3 or 4 Sinicula corpses. But here, the tables have been turned. And I don't see a single trace of any other indigents in the area. There's only one explanation. That Sinicula is a tyrant.
Let me
What's
check
that
the Blade
mean?
Report database. If there's a tyrant this close to the city, someone must have run across it. Bingo. There was a Sinicula tyrant sighted not too long ago, but it was a couple of segments further out.
It could have followed the blade that spotted it back towards New LA, or come here to feed, or who knows what.
That's crazy. I can't believe there's a tyrant right on our doorstep, and HQ isn't doing a thing about it.
Well, don't forget why they sent us here in the first place. Frontier Nav's range is still limited.
Oh, right. They couldn't track it if there's no local probe. They must have lost it when it went off the grid. The Tyrant designation is given to creatures that pose a special threat in their area. That doesn't always mean raw strength. Some Tyrants will actually register as low rank when you find them out in the field and engage them in combat.
But don't let that fool you. If a creature shows up as a tyrant, you can be sure it's got at least one nasty trait or ability to speak of. The system can't account for everything, though, so don't let your guard down, no matter what rank it assigns. Even some of Blade's very best teams have come back with serious injuries after running into a tyrant in the field. If they come back at all. As long as you understand the risks involved. Lynn?
Count me in. The same goes for everyone in New LA, but if we're gonna settle here on this planet, we're gonna have to get used to dealing with tyrants now and then. Besides, if I need to, I can always run away while it's busy chewing on one of you guys.
Fair enough. But don't push it, okay? Either of you. If we can take it down, great, but if not, even just luring it away would be a moral victory. As long as we buy enough time to install the probe, we can use Frontier Nav to track it, or any other tyrant that comes this close to the city from now on. Just make sure you're ready before we attack. This will be tougher than anything else we've faced.
So, this is gonna be crazy. Okay. Gear and art. Lynn's advice. Engaging a tyrant is no small task. It's important to equip your best before charging in. So double check all weapons and gear. And oh, make sure that your art are ready and leveled up, okay? That's the first step in becoming a combat master. Well, I don't know my art. Level up your art. Menu party art. Upgrade. Menu party art upgrade. Menu. Art. Okay. recuperate. Upgrades X. Wait. No! Well, alrighty. Did a few upgrades there, which I don't really know what I did. But that's okay. But anyway. Jingle way. Hey, balls. They didn't rearrange my shit, so I don't know why.
This should tide me over. Shadow strike.
Wait a second, what's this fucking thing doing? Booyah!
We are awesome!
Nice work, Lynn. You fought well. You did too.
Look at the fucking graphics.
Now let's get down to business and install that data probe. If we stay here for long, there's no telling what other playmates might show up. This beam of light indicates a frontier nav site. It marks the ideal spot to bury the probe.
Alrighty. Let's bury this probe. You didn't have that in the back pocket.
The probe should be ready for insertion. I'll just boot it up.
Thanks, Lynn. The top half of the cylinder contains the probe itself. The bottom half is a laser. It dissolves the soil so the probe can burrow to the proper depth. We tried just planting them on the surface at first, but we kept running into problems with the local wildlife damaging the goods. Burying them is going to save us all a lot of time and headaches in the long run. We all set?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever
Yeah,
you're ready.
we're set.
Why don't you do the honors? You can launch it right from your comm device. Give it a try.
What? You want me to do it? Now, there's nothing to it, trust me. It's easy. And besides, this is supposed to be your training mission, remember?
boom.
Good. Now we just need to give it a minute to reach the target depth.
And installation complete. We are now online with a solid connection to Frontier Nav.
Excellent. See? At the end of the day, there's really not much to it. The hardest part was calculating the ideal probe locations. We need them spread out evenly to maximize data collection.
Yep, planting probes is easy. And the more we plant, the more likely we are to find missing crew. So anytime you see a probe site, there's no excuse not to plant that sucker.
That'll do it for your training. Let's head back to the barracks and report to Secretary Nagi.
Well, this thing was level 5.
Strength comes from experience. That's true on any planet.
I'm Lau. Thanks, Lau. I'm a Pathfinder, and we're going to grow Frontier Nav. We need to install more data probes to plant one. Simply approach a vacant front nav probe site and press the A button. This requires your mechanical field skills to be up to snuff, so don't forget to level it up. Mechanical skills. Just gotta do a quick urination. Be right back. Yeah, Roddy. And I will pathfind. And I will do the right thing. XXO. No. All that is left is to report back to the base, but first I'll let you on a secret. A giant beast like that is usually best engaged with the scale. Neutralizing a foe like that on foot, especially a tyrant, is pretty risky. So be careful about such things in the future, okay? we have to teleport there? I don't know what I need to do. Just gonna have to run. Maybe there'll be a fast travel. There must be. Nope.
I'll get the jump on him. Attack up close. Assault hammer.
Nice. Do some damage.
That's what I need.
Light. Slinger. Force.
Throw armor.
Off balance. Nice. Move in and do some damage.
Flame grenade.
That's tough. Catch me up.
You okay? Take it easy.
I owe you one.
Didn't see that coming. Gun him down.
I'll take him down.
Yeah, that's what I need.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
On it. Take this.
Upper hand.
Victory is ours.
We got him. Let's move.
All right, it's on.
They're off guard. Stab
Flame
with
grenade.
melee attack. Shadow strike. Lightning slinger. Fire fireball. Appreciate it. Side slash.
Assault hammer.
Swing it. Lay off.
Flame grenade.
Light ice. Move in and do some damage.
Okay.
Scream ahead.
Hey, don't let up. Keep firing.
Upper hand. Shadow strike. Side ice. Move in and do some damage.
Beauty. guitar music. Alrighty.
Hey, Commander Vanden.
Vanden.
Well, now, look what the cat tracked in.
Sorry we missed you last time. We could have come to meet you at HQ, you know.
Indeed. I suggested as much. Twice.
And we know how much I enjoy being told what to do. Anyway, I hear you tangled with a tyrant, way out of your league, on a training mission, no less. That was reckless, and goddamn magnificent.
Yeah. Story mission complete. Head to the designated site, defeat the thing, report to Bing Bong Jing. Maybe we'll save. Nagi.
So, Commander, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit here today?
Well, I can't just ask Nagi to do everything for me. I'd be out of a job.
Hey, I delivered you the new recruit, didn't I?
Yeah, you won the bet. Don't worry about it, all right? I'll settle up with you later. You know I'm good for it.
The bet?
I'm sure I'm needed elsewhere. If you'll all excuse me, Commander.
Well, that wasn't obvious at all.
Look at you two. I swear, you're like two children excited about a new toy.
Look who's talking. I don't recall ever seeing you file a request to personally train a rescue before.
Is that so odd?
It is before we'd even asked him to become a blade, little Miss Stick in the Rear.
Usually I ask when I don't get your slang expressions, but something tells me to just let that one go.
Enough about that. Where are your manners, anyway? I still haven't been introduced to our new recruit here.
Commander Vanden is Blade's top officer.
In a past life, I was chief engineer on the White Whale. Same idea, basically. Someone has a problem, I fix it. You follow? Huh. Not much for conversation, are you?
Yeah.
So you still haven't told us why you're here. From the look of things, I'm guessing this isn't a social call.
You don't think?
No. So let's cut the crap and get down to business.
Ha! Sounds like you're learning my expressions just fine, Elma. Anyway, first we need Chatty Cathy here to choose a division and pull an assignment.
Ask about the assignment. Get more info, of course.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality and your talents.
Let's start with the Pathfinders. Pathfinder's #1 responsibility is planting data probes, like you did on your training mission.
Okay.
It may not be the sexiest job, but important? You bet your ass it's important. We've only been on Mira 2 months. We don't know jack about this place. The more probes we install, the faster we can get our bearings here and give ourselves a fighting chance.
We've already detailed how important it is we expand the Frontier Nav network ASAP. So, for the time being, I'll just remind you of the highlights. It helps us keep Blade safe. It helps us keep the city safe. And most important of all, it's the key to locating the missing parts of the Lifehold and recovering the rest of the human race.
Okay, next up, Interceptors. You met Akeloff and Evans, right? Irina and Gwen? This is their division. Interceptors have one main duty. Protect New LA and everyone in it from the wildlife here on Mira. Right now, this is probably our busiest division. Interceptors ride shotgun for the research eggheads, they escort VIPs around, and they help any other idiots who get caught out there with their pants down.
Next are the Harriers. Remember Doug Barrett, the Skell pilot conducting the test flight with Lynn? He's part of the Harriers. If you think of the Interceptors as defense, Harriers would be New LA's offense. They specialize in preemptive strikes on clear and obvious threats. But only on clear and obvious threats. They're not meant to go out and just blast any indigent that moves.
And you got your Reclaimers. These guys are in charge of finding the other pieces of the White Whale. Among other things, that is. Including anything of ours left behind after a battle. Skell debris, weapons, personal effects. It can get a bit morbid, frankly, but it's gotta be done. Until we're up and running here on Mira, and have this place completely figured out. Everything we brought from Earth needs to be treated like it's irreplaceable. Also, the search for the Lifehold. That's mostly on the Reclaimers.
Next, Curators. Curators are the first to scout ahead to unexplored territory, bringing back whatever samples they can get their hands on. Fruits, bugs, sticks and stones, you name it. It's not all picking berries, though. Being a curator also means being the first to encounter unknown indigents.
Indigents.
Next? All right, prospectors. Prospectors do, well, prospecting. They poke around looking for minerals, resources, and whatnot. Things we need for everyday life here. We packed all the essentials we could on the White Whale, but that won't last forever. We need to be able to replenish our water and fuel if we want to survive. And sooner or later, we're gonna have to figure out how to replace things from scratch. From the socket on a Skell's knee joint, right down to the frying pan in Lynn's kitchen. Without these guys busting their butts, we'd have no future to speak of.
Next up, Outfitters. All of our ground gear and Skell weaponry is developed in conjunction with private arms manufacturers, or AMs. Outfitters are Blade's way of supporting these AMs. They'll seek out anything that might inspire new weapon ideas, and even assist with testing new prototypes.
Finally, the Mediators. These are the folks who keep everything hunky-dory with John and Joan Q public. Any problems a civvy has, they come to Mediators. Fight with your neighbor? Mediators. Lost cat? Mediators. It's not a division for everyone. You need to be a jack of all trades, and a people person. Someone with my charming personality? Probably not the best mediator. But if you got what it takes, it's a clutch role, keeping things cool on the home front.
All right, so I think that's all 8 divisions. Any idea which one you'd like to join? Don't fret about it too much. Whichever you choose, you still have a lot of freedom in how you operate. Mediators can still get out there and mix it up, hunt indigents, whatever. And if a Harrier wants to take a break and settle an argument, that's their prerogative too. To be honest, even though it's sort of frowned upon, you can actually change your division whenever you like. So there's really no reason to stress about this. All right, you ready to choose?
Fuck.
Oh, for the love of... Fine. Once more from the top.
Pretty much everyone in New LA works for Blade, in one of several different fields. Helping to explore Mira, or to maintain order in the city, or, well, you remember Nagi's speech, right? There are 8 different fields in all, and each one has its own branch within Blade. Officially, they're called divisions. Naturally, you'll want to choose one that best suits your personality.
I think I screwed that up. Okay, I need to decide somehow.
Yeah, and? We're on pins and needles here.
Okay, Pathfinders. The Pathfinder's main task is to place data probes to expand Blade's info of networking. Actions that boost its division's points is planting data probes and discovering locations. Division support is affected by HP support. It sounds really good. Secondary. The Interceptor's primary duty is to protect the people of the New LA from indigenous threat. Actions that boost Division's points are defeating enemies and completing missions. Perfect. Division support, a ranged master. I like that. The Harrier are the charge of eliminating threats from Mira and the most dangerous of creatures. Actions that boost Division points, defeating tyrants and defeating enemies. Melee master. Like that too. The Reclaimer's task is to locate and retrieve pieces of wreckage from the White Whale. Actions that boost this division points, retrieve White Whale wreckage, plant data probes. Again, good. Drop sensor. Maybe. Curators in charge are charged with scouting unexplored territories and collecting materials found there. Actions that boost division points, obtaining collectibles. Nice. Defeating tyrants. Nice. Critical master. I'm not too interested. Prospects mainly focus on using frontier navs to mine for minerals and resources. Actions that boost this, mining precious resources, discovering locations. Now, outfitters help the arms manufacturers develop new weapons and equipment. Actions that boost division points are leveling up arms manufacturing and earning R&D points. Division, R&D support. Not even, nah. Mediators solve problems that arise between residents of New LA. Actions that boost these divisions are completing missions, yes, and training scouted blades, and no. So that's not. It's either between this and this. Playing data probes seems important. Defeating enemies, completing missions. That's easy. Range master, I don't know. Yeah, with the gun, maybe so much. I'm gonna have to choose interceptors.
Then it's settled?
Confirm.
All right. Thank God that's over. By the power invested in me, yada yada, you're officially a Blade.
Congrats, and welcome.
I know you're gonna do great.
Man, these guys almost look like Metal Gear.
Now for the job. Let's get down to brass tacks. Nelson's team has gone missing. Last contact we had, they were installing a data probe out in eastern Primordia. Then, nothing.
Nelson. Pathfinders, right?
Are we talking indigents here or what?
Your guess is as good as mine, but they did have a skell with them. You'd think they could hold their own, or at least run away.
All right, we're on it. We'll head to their last known location and go from there.
Report whatever you find ASAP.
Of course. Let's move out.
Roger that.
Search Nelson's missing team in southeast Primordia. Can we teleport though? You're now officially a Blade. Congrats. Becoming one of us grants you access to a variety of services, including shop terminals and AM terminal mission control, and some services are still off limits at the moment, but we'll get back to you. Ever wish you could zip straight back to a place you've... Ooh, here we go. Well, that's why we have fast travel. It allows you to instantly return to a significant landmark, as well as any frontier nav site that have data probes installed. Just access the segment map using it. Oh, wait. Arms manufacturers, or AM, support us from the sidelines by developing new weaponry and gear, and by utilizing their services, we can support them too. Head to the AM terminal in Armory Alley to learn more about working with AMs and working with gear.
Level up! I think even my cooking got better.
Still trying to figure out how to fast travel. It's not looking too good. How do I do this? Well, it's a little bit complicated. Oh, my cat's looking at me, so funny.
We have no choice but to fight. Open fire! Follow me!
Cut that cover fire!
Assault grenade! Now get the jump on him. Attack up close. Assault hammer. Flame grenade.
You should have Gallon Gun. I just assumed she had a melee weapon.
Early burst. That's intense. Move in and keep the rhythm going.
Christian never loses.
We got it. Let's move.
This can't be good.
Open fire. Follow me.
Target in sight. Shadow strike.
Infuriate.
Side slash.
Flame grenade. Now, close in and clean up.
Sliding slinger.
I think you did. We can only lay it.
Robe armor.
Side
Recuperate.
upper hand.
Flame grenade.
Shadow strike.
This is nothing.
Scream edge.
Let's keep it up.
Yeah, that wasn't hard.
Almost there. Give me strength.
Metal. Blah blah blah. Let's see. 7. Yep, there we go. And oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Oh wow.
boyhood.
Follow me!
I got you, cover fire. Good lightning, fling 'em.
Flame grenade!
I need you dead. Weakness
Roll armor! Alright, you're in for it.
early bird.
I'll get the jump on him. Attack up close.
Sliding slinger. Watch me lay in. Wild snake.
Flame grenade!
Side slash.
Roll armor!
Thanks a bunch. Fire carnival.
Handled that one well.
Neutralize. Nice work.
Doesn't look like I've strung enough level yet.
They look pretty strong.
We should weaken them just to be safe. Fire carnival.
Flame grenade!
Shadow strike. Sliding slinger.
Roll armor!
Appreciate it. Side slash. Lay down and cover fire.
Assault hammer! Flame grenade!
Slinger. Side slash. My adrenaline's rising. Shadow strike. Fire carnival.
Flame grenade! Handled that one well.
Excellent strategy.
Well, I guess I should save. This video's getting quite long. But again, I appreciate you guys watching. Video number 2. I'll be doing video number 3 in the near future. And hopefully we can get through this together like a team. But no, honestly, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Love streaming, and Going to upload this to YouTube. Slap a like, slap a comment, slap a follow. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good